Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's presentation. Okay, so right now we're getting ready for the summer. So we're going to talk a little bit about tourism and especially a country in Europe that's very, very nice. It's Greece. So we're going to talk about the title of the lesson is Visiting Greece. Right, so some practical things. We're also going to talk about some nature things, some attractions. Okay, so this will definitely get you ready for the summer. And if you've been here or if you'd like to go to this amazing place, then this will be a great lesson for you. Very, very interesting lesson for you. So let's start, okay? First of all, we have the currency is the money, right, of a country. So what currency does Greece have? I'm not going to give you the answers. Think about what is the capital city in this country, okay? So think about this. This is just to test how much you know of Greece. Now, which one of these is not a Greek island? So we have islands, okay? Now, some of these are not islands. Okay, so it's not, well, all of these are islands, but one of them is not a Greek island. So Corfu, Crete, and Corsica. And what colors are featured on the Greek flag? So when we talk about this and, which ones? So there are two colors that are featured on the Greek flag. Okay, so also just to as a conversation starter, we're going to talk about the climate. So what climate do you associate with Greece? What climate do they have? What do you know about Greece's ancient? Ancient means like really, really old. What do you know about Greece's ancient or its modern history? And let's talk about famous Greek people. So famous Greek people. Okay, so that's just to test how much you know about Greece. Now we are going to talk about a few things that are very, very famous in Greece. Okay, so these are the things, okay, of icons, landmarks, mainstays, things that are famous. Okay, so first of all, we have feta cheese. Feta cheese is a type of cheese, right? It's a white cheese, very, very nice flavor. We have the ouzo. Okay, the ouzo is it's a drink, right? It's an alcoholic drink. We also have, okay, the moussaka. Okay, so this is kind of, it's layers, right? So you have layers, like different levels of aubergine and meat with cheese on top, right? So it's kind of baked and the cheese is melted, and you have these, eggplant. We call it eggplant as well. Very nice. The Greek Orthodox Church. So that's the religion, right? So it's, and the church actually, they say that it's a lot of different churches, right? So the Greek Orthodox Church, includes several churches. Okay, a taverna is a restaurant or a bar, right? The Greek alphabet are all the letters. So we have our Latin alphabet is the one that we use in English, but there's the Greek one, which is different. Some letters are similar, right? And some of them might even be the same, but it is a different alphabet. And in the Parthenon, well, we have some ruins here. There's the ruins. It used to be a temple. It used to be a temple, but now it's a tourist site. You can go visit it. But of course, it's not the original temple. It's the ruins. Because, it's time has, the passing of time has destroyed the original building. But you still have the columns and you still have that. Okay. And then we have this Samaria Gorge. Okay. So this is, kind of like a national park, right? So it's a national park. Okay. And Samaria Gorge. Okay. And the last one, the Parnassus. So Parnassus, it's the mountain range. So range, of course, it can also mean from this number to this number, a range. But a mountain range, it's a set of mountains together. All right. So very, very nice. Here we have some more vocabulary, some awesome vocabulary here. Okay, so we already talked about the ruins, the ancient ruins, very old, what's left from the old buildings. Okay, a pillar, like the columns, it's like a, kind of like a tube, right? It's like, it's a cylinder, okay, that in the past held, kind of structure. All right, so we have the facade, it's the front part of the house, okay, or the front part of a building, right? That's the facade, it's a French word. Okay, a monastery is where monks, these are people who pray. They pray to God and that's their life. Okay, so they're not part of the normal society. They don't have jobs and they live in a special building, right? A special community where they pray and they do other things, right? So in Europe, in the past, these were great centers of knowledge. Knowledge. They had a lot of books. They had a lot of. They knew a lot. They were very educated. Okay, and very good. And we also have the summit. Summit is the top. Okay, so let's say you have the mountain range. In Greece, you do have a mountain range, and the summit is the top of that. Okay, so they also built temples on the summits of different mountains. Okay, so that's amazing right here. So here we're going to look at some vocabulary words. Okay, these are some great vocabulary words here. So speckled, okay, it means when there is, there's a lot of small little dots, right? So it's speckled. Speckled, it's covered with small marks or spots. So for example, when visiting one of Greece's many islands, you are likely to see sandy beaches speckled with small stones. Speckled, okay, so you see it's covered with small little, small little spots, speckled. Okay, that's a very good one. Very nice word. Also, okay, top end means really luxurious, very nice, top end. So if you wish to experience fine Greek cuisine, consider visiting one of Athens' top end restaurants. It means like the nicest ones, the really luxurious ones. The Acropolis is probably Greece's most famous landmark. So landmark is like a place that you can see from far away. Okay, so it's a landmark. It marks the land. It's a landmark. It's a place you can see from far away. It can be a natural landmark or a man-made landmark. Using it as a reference point can help you to find your way around Athens. Okay, so the Acropolis is a landmark. So okay, the Acropolis is behind me. That means I'm going in the right direction. Greeks have grown olive trees since ancient times, and olive oil is still a mainstay. Mainstay, it is typical. It's typical of Greek cuisine. The tallest building in Athens, Athens Tower, soars, meaning it goes up to, okay, it soars 103 meters above the ground. Greece offers a wide range of outdoor pursuits. So pursuits is something that you go for. In this context, it would be like an activity. So Greek pursuits or outdoor pursuits for active people. You can even enjoy mountain skiing with a sea view. Can you imagine that? What other places in the world can you have mountain skiing and a view to the sea? That's absolutely fantastic. In 2001, a 2,500-year-old ship was discovered. Okay, it was discovered beneath. So beneath means under. Beneath the sea, near the island of Kythera, Greece. And the Greek mainland, okay, or the mainland juts out from Southern Europe into the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so the mainland, so it's like if it juts out, it means it goes further than the surrounding parts, juts out from Southern Europe into the Mediterranean Sea. For some people, the idea of spending a week on a Greek island, it embodies. So embodies, it comes from body. Embodies, it represents, right? Or it embodies the idea of the perfect holiday. So it means it is their idea. It represents the quality, right? Exactly, it embodies it. Okay, so some questions here using these vocabulary words, and we will answer these questions in class. So if you're listening to this and you're not part of the class, I recommend you join the class. Okay, so what outdoor and indoor pursuits do you enjoy? So the pursuits are the things that you do. What pursuits do you enjoy? What, if anything, are the mainstays of your country's cuisine? The mainstays, the typical dishes. What embodies your idea of a good holiday? What embodies the idea? Okay, what is your idea of a good holiday? Okay, so here are a few other words right here. So I'm sharing the video, the YouTube video. So this lesson is based on a YouTube video where, where we took the best vocabulary from the video, and I am distilling it for you right now so that you can learn it, right? Because we listen to these YouTube videos and great information, great graphics and everything, but sometimes students, I do, of course, I'm a native speaker, I'm from the US, but some students, they don't understand everything. So I need to break it down. Okay, so we have myths, these are stories, right? Okay, a sunset, I think you already know that, but there's a place in Greece that it's called Santorini, and the sunsets, very famous there. I've never been there, but I would like to go there. It's very, very nice. Actually, the picture that I showed you at the beginning, if you're watching the video, this is Santorini, right? So if you're watching the video format of the podcast, you can see Santorini. It's on a cliff, and it's really famous for its houses that are white and blue, and those are the colors of the flag. And that was part of the earlier exercise that we covered. So yeah, that we have that. Philosophy, it's the science and the art of thinking, right? So philosophy, it's a field of study. I like psychology, philosophy, but philosophy is really about the thinking process. And the ancient Greeks, that means the Greeks from a long time ago, well, they were famous for their philosophy, right? Okay, and of course, accommodation is where you stay when you're traveling. Okay, perfect. Okay, and so when something is unique, in the video, it says that Greece balances the past, the present, and the future in a way that is unique, right? Because it's hard to balance all these three things. You want to be modern, but you also want to preserve your history, your past. Okay, so let's talk about we talked about the Acropolis, right? It's like that old temple. So people are attracted to it. So what kinds of people are attracted to the Acropolis? Okay, just older people of all ages, just tourists or locals, who goes there? Okay, now there's a place also, and in the video, the narrator believes you'll never forget the first time. Okay, so the first time, you'll never forget it. So that's an important part here. Okay, and the center of the ancient Greek world. So it could be the Acropolis, it could be Delphi, right? Delphi or Santorini. Now, one of those places, okay, is the center of the ancient Greek world. Okay, definitely watch the video so you can figure this out. Okay, now if you want to visit this summer or in the future, anytime, they say that high season is May, actually June, July, August, right? But maybe it starts in May. Honestly, most people, they start traveling in May, but definitely June, July. July is crazy. Okay, July and August are absolutely crazy. A lot of people go there. It's still nice, of course, but if you like to enjoy the places and you don't like to, you don't like to be crowded, right? Or you don't like to be in crowded places, then they recommend going in April or September. Now it's a little bit cooler, right? It's cooler temperature, less crowded, right? And so these are the two benefits. Now, some people in the video, they didn't say anything about it being cheaper, but some people believe that it can also be cheaper if you go, in low season, but definitely not in the middle of winter, because then it's cold and you won't get to enjoy the nice Greek weather. Just remember, Greece is a country, Greek is the language and the adjective. Okay, so so we're the network of bus services in Greece, very, very good. Okay, it it covers like the big cities, right? Okay, so maybe some of the smaller ones can also take you to small villages, right? So it is, but if you go to the islands, you'll definitely need to go by ferry. Okay. All right. Okay. So I believe that is the main thing, right? The main thing that we will cover today in this lesson. Okay. So it's going to be a great lesson, very, very long. Okay. And we're going to talk about that. And we're also going to share some ideas. One of them is festivities. So we're going to talk about festivities these are celebrations, right? Festivities that comes from parties, fiesta in Spanish. And so festivities are things that you celebrate. So we're going to talk about festivities, okay? Of your country, your culture. Also a nice word is strolling around. Strolling around means walking around, right? Okay. So when you visit a place, do you like strolling around, or do you prefer to walk around at a faster pace? And also, if there's a lot of things in your country, there is an abundance of those things in your country. Okay, so what is there an abundance of in your country? Okay, so these are very, very nice things. Okay, and perfect. So I think that's enough for now. I mean, I can keep going and talking about all these different things, but I think it's enough. Okay, because we could talk about Greek roots, and all these are prefixes. Actually, I'll go ahead and tell you this because this is important. We do have a lot of English words with Greek. People don't believe this when I tell them this, but it's true. So for example, anti, okay, it means against. So people are anti-social, anti blah, blah, blah. They're against it. So tele, okay, telecommunication, telephone. Okay, that's a Greek word. And it means far. Mono, like monologue. It means alone. Poly means many. Polyglot, I speak several languages. Okay, and micro is very, very small. So you see, all of these things come from Greek. So it's very important to understand, the root of words, because then we understand kind of language a lot better. Okay, so then you can use this a lot, for example, a microchip, antidote. Okay, yeah, telecommuting is a very nice one. Okay, so a lot of fantastic words here, but I don't want to keep your time. And I know you have a lot of things to do, a lot of studying to do. but I wanted to at least give you the main vocabulary and the main ideas in from the lesson, so that when you come to class, when you come to the Zoom lesson, you can be prepared for it. Okay, because that's the key, to be prepared and then to do well, to enjoy the conversation, speak a lot, get a few corrections, of course, that's always part of it. And finally, to review and do some of the exercises after class so that you can remember everything. So I will see all of you in class. Okay, take care. And if you have any questions, just bring them to class so that we can cover your questions.